Hello everybody! This is not one of the Let's Play episodes, this is a small update video because we have an issue on this world. We are of course in the snapshot 21W14A and that gives us a few issues. Number one, we are definitely losing some frames because the optimization is just not there in snapshots. And number two, I cannot use replay mode, so all my videos have to be filmed with a second account in spectator mode, which of course is not ideal and also doesn't look as good. So what do we do against that? We will move into 1.17.1 with the data pack to extend the world height, and I know that will enable us to use replay mode so I can make better videos for you guys, better cinematics, everything of that kind. And yeah, that's pretty much the plan here. I will now, how do we move? Because World Edit, Mech Edit is kinda dead, and there's another one that's called Amulet. And yeah, sadly they do not provide support for snapshots, so we cannot use World Edit. Also, replay mode, the same thing, they do not support snapshots, that's why we can't use it. So how do we move? Let's jump into a copy of our world and I will explain. There we go, we are in the copy of our world, and as you can see in my inventory, this will be our savior, the structure block. But this is of course this also provides a huge issue, because the biggest structure that the structure block can copy is 32 by 32. This is just this box. This box is one structure block and there's no way we can do more than this. But we have a small help with the use of structure blocks inside of structure blocks, and that will enable us to copy this whole building with a lot of effort. Like, it will not be easy and it will take me a long time. So it will probably kill one of the Let's Play episodes, because this is a huge amount of time. The way we do this is we will copy this line of diamond blocks. As you can see, this is the minimum that our base is inside, like the minimum footprint. So this will be our copy. What's going on here? How did I place the bed in mid-air? What? Yeah, it doesn't matter. We have to go all the way down to bedrock and then make our way all the way up to 280 blocks, so almost the very top of the world. Down here we will start, and yeah, this will be a huge amount of work. So I will time-lapse some of it, but yeah, I just wanted to inform you guys how this works and what I am up to. Moving the build into another version was always the plan, but I did not do enough research, so I didn't know that replay mode doesn't support snapshots. So that was a big problem. I didn't want to wait for 1.18 because it's still not out. Look at what we accomplished in this time. They still didn't release it, so that's why we are all hopping these versions. Maybe we can just update the version to 1.18 at some point. We will see. But this has to be done, because we will never be able to get it out of this snapshot version without these structure blocks, because they will also not in the future do anything with snapshots, because it's just not worth the effort, and I completely understand. So that's my work for the next few days. I don't know how much time it will take, but I know that it will take a lot of time. So just an update video for you guys. that so that you know what's going on. And I'm probably, if everything goes right, we will have access to replay mod and all those juicy things in the next Let's Play. So yeah. And now we jump into a tutorial. How do structure blocks work? First of all, you need to get one. That is done by the give command, because you cannot find it in any creative menu or anything. You go to structure block, and there we go. There you have a structure block. This is it's not that hard. Like, it sounds pretty hard at first, but it's kinda easy to use. You just put the block down wherever you want. One really important thing is that you are at the negative point of your build. If you go in any direction, the numbers have to go up. So if you go into this direction, you can see X is going down, which means it's going up because it's negative. And if I go in this direction, they're also going up, because then you don't need to worry about any negative numbers. You can just easily do it like this. Then you take your edge, and then you go in here. First you will be on the loading screen. You need to click on this until it's the saving screen. Then you go in here, put your number in. I number it 1, tutorial 1. And you put your size in here and your relative position. This doesn't matter for the first block, but we will get into it. It will matter later. You have to include entities if you want your villagers to survive, and then you click save. After that, you go over here to your second spot, because you can see it doesn't incorporate the whole village. So you place the block inside of the first one. That's really important. That's the most important thing. Place it inside, and now we go back to the save thing, and we need to worry about our relative position, because if we put it in here like this, you can see, yeah, it's messed up. It doesn't fit, it doesn't align. The first thing you have to do is to put it down to 0, so it's on the same height. And then you have to see, okay, which direction. Okay, this is the Z direction, so we are going to put a 1 at the Z direction. Then it goes over 1, and we are where we want it to be. We go in here, put our second number in here, and then we save it. Then, of course, you need to check, is everything in here? Nope, this is not everything. But this is also not that much, so we don't really need 48 blocks. We go down, you can see it here. Here is the edge. You place the structure block down. The relative position is again 0 and 1. You can do this before you go to the save, that doesn't matter. And then we go 48, 48 and 12. That's enough. We don't need to put all the other blocks in there. Structure name, tut3, and we click save. There we go. We can see the blocks align right. Everything is a-okay. Now the next thing is the same thing as the other side, just over here. I will just do it really quick. You go in here. Now of course the relative position needs to be 0 again and 1 here, because yeah, we are in the other direction now. Tut4 and structure size. Don't forget the structure size. If you don't forget the structure size, there will be no box, and you can easily see it like that. The box appeared, so everything is alright. Now the tree is not in there, so we have to go up. How do we do this? Same thing, just different corner. There we go, up here. Here you can probably do it with commands, easier, and there's also probably a way to do it down there, but I'm doing it like this because this makes everything be really self-explanatory. If you build like this, you can see there's so many. It's good that every corner, you know, okay, I need the structure block for this box. Okay, it's always in the bottom corner. Yeah, then this we can leave this because we need to go 1 up. Tut5. Go to save. Put in the dimensions. Entities we don't really need to do in this one, but yeah, this is it. Now you need to go back to your first one, because after you save this, you have placed the other structure blocks, so they are not saved. So you need to save this again. And over here, there is also another structure block in this one, so you need to save this one as well. You do not save this one over there because there is no changes being made, so it does not matter. Now everything is saved. Of course, the fourth one would also be necessary, and you guys can already figure out how to do that yourself. I believe in every one of you. Now you want to paste it. So you put in tut1. This is the load screen, include entities, load. The first load will prepare it. You can see, okay, this is the box. And then you click it again, big lag spike, and you have your chunk. Then, as you can see, this is the beauty of this. This is the easiest way to copy large things with structure blocks without world edit, because now I go in here, it's already in here, but I do not click save because this messes up everything. We click load, and there we go, it's loaded. Then we go up here, we click again here in here, do not save, just do load, and there's the tree. And the last one over there, it's kind of hidden, so let's go in here and load this, and it's done. Of course, we had another one over there. You can see already, okay, this is already a block, but there is nothing in it, so you can see, okay, I didn't load this yet. So you go not save, because if you save now, this will save and it's empty. So you need to go back over there and save it again. So click load, and we have our village copied. Everything is going to be in there. All the villagers are also going to be in there, but I think there is no villagers in this village because they're kind of all in this lake, and I have no idea why. This is a death trap for villagers, it seems. It's really it impresses me that they're not all zombies yet, but I do not care about that. This was the tutorial. You can also have smaller ones inside bigger ones. Everything is possible. And you can definitely copy big things like my whole build with just structure blocks. I have not known about this 2 days ago. I have informed myself, and now I'm really happy that these exist, because there would be no other way to get this one out of this snapshot. So yeah, make sure to watch the video till the end, because at the end we will see the power of replay mode again. And yeah, I will just be very happy about it, because replay mode, it's just beautiful. It's just way better than just having a static alt account. Just looking at it, it's just not the same. Thank you, and let's jump into me doing all this over there. From the very bottom of the world, we can see from the very bottom of the world to the very top almost. So yeah, we can watch me build some of this stuff. But it was, I think, 2 days of work, something like that. First of all, this was kind of inefficient because I was wrong. Not in the tutorial. In the tutorial, I was right, but in the video before it, because 32 is not the maximum, 48 is. And I'm 99% sure that this time I'm right. Yeah. The video I was watching to learn about this was probably made before they made this change, because this change is not that old that they increased this, and after all, it still worked out. It was a little bit more work than was necessary, but still, it just, yeah, it was going pretty well, and the hard part was assembling it together, because sometimes you forget to include entities, sometimes you mess something else up. So in the end, it was a huge thing. Now we jump back into the video with Past Me. Past Me doesn't really know much. Also, he makes a lot of mistakes, but now Future Me is more wise because of that. Let us see how I thought about this while I was still in the process of doing it. Yeah, this looks like it's fully covered. This one is not covered because I got the blue screen once. That's like an hour of footage at least gone, but yeah. So I didn't redo this because the Minecraft folder saved it, so it should be fine. And yeah, this should be the whole thing. Fun fact, I figured out that you could make it bigger. So instead of 32 you can do 48. I did not know that. And the internet also didn't tell me that. I guess they changed that. I think I even remember hearing about them changing this, but yeah. That would of course have saved us some time, but it's not that big of a deal. Right now we are finished, and I already tried out just building it, and it seems to be working pretty well. I just need to figure out how to place it down with the least effort. That will definitely be a huge undertaking. I also made a mistake, which I will, if I do stuff like this again, I will definitely think about that. But right now it's too late. I cannot really change it anymore. And that is, I have to place the top one before I save the chunk. Because if I save the chunk before placing the top one, I will not have the structure block inside the other structure block, so the nesting is way harder. But that will not be a huge issue, I think, and if it is a huge issue, I can still retroactively do that. So we will just hope that it works without it, but if it doesn't, we can just change it. So let's jump into the next time lapse and build that up. How cute our world is. Without anything, any building, anything. It's definitely really cute. I'm kinda sad that the desert is now back, so I will probably also put that over. I will just try to get as much as possible over here. So we have pretty much completely the same thing. I will also copy the house where we have our chests. We will have completely the same world. I do not want to have anything more or anything less. That would be the dream. And after we have done this, I hope I can improve the video quality by a lot. So yeah, I think we have jumped around in this new untouched world enough. And let's go back to work. And now we can go over into replay mode, and you can see this is just a whole different story. This is just so much better. We can just fly around really nicely. We do not need an alt anymore. So the game will also be faster because you don't have to run 2 accounts. And yeah, you can just see it's so much better. We can now look at the build being completed by me, and yeah, it's just it kind of looks like it's being loaded, like if it's a load error and it just loads it in. But yeah, this is just me finishing the whole thing. Now we just have to fit in the entities. Sometimes the villager didn't convert right, and yeah, just some other stuff, just so we have exactly the same thing as we have in our other world. As I said, no more and no less. So that's what we do here. And now we can see it's completed. We can fly through it. We have really good camera work now. And yeah, it's not just some alt account standing there. Now it's an actual good looking camera. that's just awesome, and that's exactly why we moved here, to have this, to be able to do stuff like this, fly in here, and yeah, fly around our account, and also fly down here. Zoof. This is just insanely better than an old account. It's just so much better. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.